Welcome to the Big Money Podcast. I am Jeanine Hurd, here to guide you to scale your business from 7 to 8 figures and building wealth that lasts for generations. Get ready for audacious strategies, real talk, and next level business moves. So let's dive in today's episode. Welcome back, money lovers, to another powerful episode of the Big Money Podcast, where we talk all about scaling your business from 7 to 8 figures. I'm bringing a very potent conversation to today's episode. And that is when I really did go through a deep phase of contemplation and reflection and really remembering going back to the roots. And back to the roots for me is going back to investment banking. I realized all the businesses I helped to become listed on the stock exchanges around the world. When talking to young founders, it was even in the beginning stages, they always had an end result, an end goal kind of. And obviously for most of them, that was an exit. And there are different forms of exiting your company. Like you can sell it to someone, to a single person, to a private equity house. You can have it listed on the stock exchange, whatever. But there was always something bigger we were working towards. And that really motivated us. And on that journey, we just had milestones we wanted to reach, or those companies wanted to reach. It was never about, oh my gosh, let me have a 6-figure month. Let me have a 7-figure month, an 8-figure month. And it has to happen in 6 months. Like the conversations in the real business world, to me, were so different to anything I've experienced in the coaching scene. It was always this vibe, and I am completely guilty of this too. Talking about how much money can be made in a very short period of time. And yes, this is true. Don't misunderstand me. However, what's been missing, this coaching scene attracted a lot of people that, first of all, do not desire to become a coach because they desire to help people, but they see how much quick money is being made. And then it's like, let me enter this industry to become a coach, a mentor, a teacher, however you want to name it, make some quick cash and leave again. And this is kind of what we've experienced in the past, I feel, in this last 2-3 years. And I'm bringing this conversation to today's podcast episode super early in this journey of the Big Money Podcast. And that is really to contemplate, how do you want to exit your company? How do you want to exit your coaching business? And this question really has changed everything for me, because I realized the first 5 years, almost 4 or 5 years, how I built my company was just like, let me have another quick cash month, just more money, no matter what. Nothing was built for true wealth. Nothing long-term was in place. If I wouldn't be selling, my company basically wouldn't have income. There was almost no recurring income. There were no monthly payments happening. The setup of the company was so different than what it is today. And if someone external would have came into the company, they would have paid me literally $0 because it was worthless kind of to someone else. Although we had 5 trademarks, which we still do, but we had trademarks, we had customers, we had email lists. There were so many things I could have sold, but it kind of was, I don't want to say useless, but kind of. So for today's episode, I'm bringing awareness to the topic of how do you want to exit your company. I love what I do. I've been doing this for over 6 years now, and I will continue doing this. I love helping you scaling your business. I love helping you creating a coaching business that truly impacts the world, that helps the world. And at the same time, I also know we are only living here for a limited time. And I know there comes a point in time where at least I desire to have the possibility to sell my company, or even to have it listed on the stock exchange. I don't know yet. But all I know is for sure, I love to have possibilities. And the earlier we build for something bigger than what we currently can comprehend, the faster we grow, the more fun it is. And this journey really from scaling from basically 7 to 8 figures, I always say from $1 million a year to a $10 million a year. That is basically, I wrote it down, from $84,000 a month to $840,000 a month. Just make it easy, basically from 100K months to $1 million months. This journey is insane. And this journey is not just like, let me have kind of like a hobby that makes a lot of money vibe. We are entering the first phase of where we are actually building a real business. This is where real money is being made. This is where you're starting to enter rooms where other business people take you serious about what you've created. This is the first step from 7 to 8 figures. And for today's episode, I want you to contemplate on a couple of things. Have you ever thought how you want to exit your company? What is it that you want to leave behind on this planet? And this was really something that hit me so hard when Bob Proctor died. And I never met the man, but it touched me so much that I thought, wow, he's dead. He's gone. His physical body is gone, but he left so many amazing YouTube videos and knowledge and wisdom behind. And for the first time, I felt, wow, this is truly a legacy. And also contemplating this exit is not for me just what is it at the end? How can you sell your company? It is also for me exit. What is it that you desire to leave behind on this planet? And in tomorrow's episodes, in the Wednesday episodes, I'm sharing more of the how. We really go into the details. Which questions have I asked myself? How does this look for my business? And this is really what we're doing in the mastery episodes as of now. But even for today, bringing already awareness to this topic changes so much. Because many things I've learned in the beginning were just about short-term, don't do anything for free, don't do this, and because it doesn't make you money, you are a business, we want to make money. And yes, you don't have to tell me that my business has to make money in order to have a business. However, there's also a human being, there's a soul part in me that's running this business. And my soul truly desires to leave a legacy behind. The knowledge, the wisdom I have, I desire to share with humanity. I desire to leave an imprint of the knowledge, of the wisdom I've gained on this planet Earth. And part of it is free, and part of it is paid. And that's okay. But this really changed something for me, because in the super early stages, I was sharing so much for free and I loved it until today. And then I had more and more mentors that told me, you got to sell more, don't do anything for free. And I'm till today, I deeply believe it's a balance. It is a balance. And in the last years, and this is something I highly, highly, highly can recommend you in this journey, scaling from 7 to 8 figures, from $1 million a year to a $10 million a year, from 100K months to $1 million months. It is so freaking important to find your own version of all of this, of the business strategy, of what an exit means, of what you desire to leave behind, of what you desire to share with humanity, at what price point, etc. But these are contemplations that have to happen in order to scale. Because just by having thoughts about this and contemplations, we are opening the room to something greater, something bigger. It is not just about us. I always say this and probably will repeat this till I leave this planet. And that is the first couple millions. And you hear this from so many people that made multi-millions and billions. The first couple millions really, for me, it was the first 3 millions I've made were just fun, pleasure, spend it off on silly things. There was nothing wise about it. There were no smart investment decisions. There was no long-term thinking. It was just pure pleasure, joy, and fun. And that is totally okay. But this attitude of only a short-term focus, only living in the here and now, and not really having a vision for my own life, for my business, for the impact, didn't work out for me personally. And I feel really this is a common theme of many successful entrepreneurs sharing their journey, also financially, very openly about what has happened. And if you are in this journey, in this early stage where it's about quick money for you to spend, it is a beautiful phase. There's nothing wrong with it. all I'm telling you is eventually more money doesn't give you this feeling of joy, of ecstasy, how it did in the beginning. It just becomes normal that you have money, that you can buy and spend it on whatever you desire. It is a normal part, like you having a closet full of clothes. And when we reach this point, we have to ask for something bigger, for something different. Our why and the impact on this planet has to change. And this is a super important stage in this journey, because now we're moving from this is about me, and making money to how can I impact. Now it becomes more about others. And this switch in my eyes has to happen, because it becomes your biggest fuel in your journey from 7 to 8 figures, from $1 million year to $10 million years, from 100K month to $1 million months. And this is so beautiful because you can reinvent yourself, and you probably hit your first upper limit problem or ceiling in your journey. And when we're hitting upper limit problems or ceilings, it is, for me, the most beautiful phase in which we can reinvent ourselves. And if you're just right now at this point where you hit 7 figures the last year, this year, wow. If you allow yourself for next year, this becomes your goal to scale to 8 figures. It is so beautiful because you can reinvent yourself, your business, your soul, how you are being in service, and what you want to leave behind. It's been one of the most powerful moments in my own journey. And I will be sharing more insights on the how in tomorrow's Mastery Edition episode. I love you. I can't wait to talk to you again. And in the meantime, make sure we are Instagram friends. I am Rich and Happy on Instagram. That's a wrap for today's episode. For more wealth building tips and audacious business moves, follow me on Instagram at Rich and Happy. So let's stay connected and keep growing.